Hey YouTube, it's me here again, and I'm going to actually be doing the second review of the episode 2 of Cardfight Vanguard V. To start off, well, Kai is explaining Aichi's rules how to ride so far. On his first turn, he's going to ride into bar. Then pretty much psyching Aichi out, thinking that he was going to attack this turn, but he couldn't do it because he went first, obviously. So we go on to Aichi's turn. He rides from... Oh, wait, before I even get to that, the skill of Undo, well, the V series version, if you ride on top of him, just draw a card. During Aichi's turn, Aichi rides from Grime to Knight Squire Allen, who has the same ability. I mean, the first Vanguard has the same ability as Undo, where he just gets to draw a card. So before I continue, I will actually like to say how, once again, the animation in the new series looks really good. And what really gets you into the anime so far is that, well, the music. The music actually kind of gets the blood pumping. It's like something that you would hear at a party. I'm not going to say dubstep, but still really good. Continuing. Aichi rides Allen, then after he calls Wingle. And since Aichi went second, he is allowed to attack, which Kai declares a no guard too. Aichi gets a drive trigger, he just gets another Allen, dealing Kai 1 damage. So far, so good. Just gonna go over here. Well, as you can see, like I said before, the animation looks really good here. Just gonna zoom in. Kai pretty much starts his turn, riding into Armored Knight Dragon. Yeah, that's his name. Armored Knight Dragon for his turn. Then after that, calls in a Harlem. Then calls a rear guard to boost. He called Dragonmonk Goja behind his Vanguard. One thing I will say that's kind of weird to me, and it kind of got me thinking, you don't really see a lot of things being explained, like certain skills, like how to activate these skills or anything like that. And plus, I mean, I guess Kai didn't really have to use Nahalm's skill, but what I'm saying is that it kind of made me think that Kai was holding back a little, because out of the whole fight, he only used like 1 counter blast, and I'm gonna explain why later. So anyway, he's on an attack, and not Nahalm. His Vanguard's attacking for 21, as I will show right here. Aichi goes for a no guard. He, after that, attacks with Nahalm. I forget that was a no guard right there, but after that is Aichi's turn. And during Aichi's turn, he did not have any cards to ride to. No Galatine like happened in the original, nothing. Had like grade 0s and like another Allen and just other defensive cards. During his turn, he calls another Knight Squire Allen. Then right behind Allen, he calls Margle. One thing I do find, like I said, there weren't really skills being used here. He didn't use Allen's skill to call Margle and get another draw. He just called it. So there's something there. It's not too much of a problem, but it just makes me still ask why. So right now, Aichi is going on the offensive. He attacks Kai's Vanguard with his Vanguard Allen. And what do you know? He actually does get a critical trigger on the second try. Here, one thing I want to address here is that, one, I like how the units are actually talking. I mean, we kind of had that before originally with Screaming Dancer, Announcer, Shout, and some other cards like that. But it's like this, the way they do it here is way different. I actually do like it. One other thing is I actually do also like the power meter, how it looks like, I don't know, but it looks really good. I'll just say that. I don't have another word for that. So like I said, Aichi gets a critical, dealing 2 damage to the Vanguard. And Aichi's going to go in for another swing with his rear guard Allen. But Kai guards it. Me was commenting how horrible that is because he didn't tell Aichi about guarding before. And Aichi pretty much, he was surprised, I'll say that. And then Kai pretty much states that you do learn better by doing. Like how they kind of said in the previous episode when they were a lot younger. They get to talking still about how, what do I say? Aichi's pretty much happy that he's fighting Kai and saying all these, nice things. And I'm guessing Kai is alert to niceness, I guess. Where he kind of does go into a little bit of a rampage. So as we go here, we have Kai going up to grade 3. And no one really would guess any other grade 3 that he would use. He rides into Dragonic Overlord. Yes, the main grade 3 of his deck, and he obviously looks really good in this animation here. Just let's take some time to look at his greatness. Alright, time's up for that. So during this part of the fight, Kai is getting serious. Not only does he ride Dragonic Overlord, he also gets to the point where he starts using imaginary gifts. Force, as people don't know, or may not know, sorry for saying it like that, Force gives a unit standing on top of it plus 10k, plus a powerful stack. Now, he gives the gift to Overlord. Right here. I'm just going to use this image. Giving him plus 10, making him at 23. One thing I also will state here is that he didn't use Overlord's skill to Soul Blast. For whatever reason. Which, like I said before, it does make me think that he's holding back somehow. He goes on an all-out attack against Aichi. He basically is just, obviously on all-out attack, I mean aggressive. I really can't talk today, sorry people. But he first uses Overlord to attack the rearguard Allen. Which was, you obviously know what's going to happen if you're really Vanguard savvy like that. Or you know Overlord's ability. Aichi lets it go. Allen goes to the drop. This is the only counterblast that Kai actually uses during this whole fight. Overlord's skill. Counterblast 1. Drop 2 cards if it hits. Restand Overlord. You lose 1 drive. Right after that, he just goes after Aichi. Aichi uses pretty much most of the cards in his hand. He used Flogel, 1 5k, and I think he used another. He used Epina. I really don't feel like doing math right now, so he used 2 15ks and a 5k. That's 30, 35. A 42k shield, if my math is correct. Aichi, I mean, pretty much guarded with whatever he could in his hand, and Kai only needed one trigger to break through, and sadly, that was a critical. And his other two drive checks were a critical before that. So, Aichi was taking 4 damage to the face. Sadly. But obviously, it's not going to end like that because of plot armor. Aichi checks 4 damage, and the last one he does check is a heal. Just like what happened in the original part of the anime. He got a lane. So luckily for him. And before I even continue, like certain things weren't addressed here. Like earlier in the game, Aichi did damage check a draw trigger, but it wasn't really announced. And during the damage check of what we're talking about right now, with the 4 damage, it does reveal that Aichi does have a grade 3 in his deck. So that's a little nice tidbit. Okay, now it's Aichi's turn. He draws into my favorite card, but in this case his avatar. He goes into Blaster Blade. Here. Start up with this. And we can see Blaster Blade Aichi in all of his glory. During this part, he does say... He does say something to Kai about how he sensed how happy he is, like, during his card fights. Even, like, way back then, when he was playing with Ibuki and Miwa way back then. Kai's kind of just getting pissed off at that. So, back to the card fight. Aichi calls a Galatine. He does call like another Night Squire Allen. And behind Allen, he called, I believe, Epona. Aichi swings in with Wingle right behind Blaster Blade at the Vanguard. Well, actually, first he uses Galatine to attack Kai, and then Kai guards again. Then he swings with Blaster Blade, supported by Wingle. Kai could not guard this, as his hand was pretty low. On the attack, Aichi drive checks another critical, and obviously giving all the effects to Blaster Blade. Kai at this moment was at 3 damage, which will actually put him at 5. But the cool thing about Blaster Blade in this series is that he gains critical if there are 4 or more rear guards on the board. So Kai had to damage check a heal, which I'm gonna show you that he sadly does not get at all. So at the end of that's pretty much the end of the game. And for winning, Aichi does get his card back. That much I will say. Right after the game, here's another cool little thing I'm gonna show you. I have it here. We're introduced to the Sendo family. We have Emmy here, and I believe that she does still have the same voice actor. And she's coming home late. If I came home late, I'd probably get in trouble. And we're also introduced to Shizuka, the mother. They lightened up her hair pretty much. Next day, we have Aichi going to school. Just mind his own business, I guess. And after that, he's going against... Not going against, well, he's running into Morikawa, who looks surprised to actually see Aichi the next day. here we have him passing, Izaki letting, in his own way, Izaki letting Morikawa that Aichi's like right there. They look back and not like that. They do see Blaster Blade in his hands, which pretty much insinuates that Aichi won his card fight against Kai. Miwa, just seeing that kind of just really ticked him off, and he starts running away again, like he did in the first episode, with Izaki Inenaga following him most likely. And we get this cool little scene here. Yeah, right there. So before I even close this off, a lot of people were actually liking this little scene here with Blaster Blade's sword opening. What I will say, in the original manga, it did do that. It opened and it started glowing, or it would like shoot things out of its openings, I guess. There's not much I can say about the video right about now. Is my initial thoughts. My initial thoughts of the anime so far, I can say, everything was good. The music was really good. I got more pumped into it. I'm most likely probably gonna watch it again. I advise, or I mean, not advise, I suggest people actually would watch it for the good story so far, because so far so good. The music's good, the voice acting is really good, the animation's good, and right now I'm pretty much can't wait for the next episode. The differences I will say from the manga and this is they should have like went into the card fight club, because in the manga there was actually a card fight club in Aichi's middle school. But it seems that they're kind of not staying so close to the manga to the point where they want to make a couple of differences, which is fine. They might probably do it later on, most likely. And that's just about it. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe. If you want to get notified about when I upload a video to my channel, please hit the bell button below. And I'll have more content for you guys later to watch. So thank you for watching. Later.